Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making 2 fall farmhouse signs using Dollar Tree products, and one is reversible. If you are new to my channel, be sure to click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you are notified every single time I upload. And if you love crafting as much as I do, make sure you click that like button and share this with all of your crafting friends. Now let's get started. Now for our first project, you are going to want to pick up the puzzles from Dollar Tree, and you're going to want to make sure that they are not the cardboard. You're going to want the wood backings, and I'm actually going to be using 4 of these for this first craft. And also I'm actually going to be using the apple barrel paint in white and the apple barrel paint in territorial beige, and of course a little sponge brush. Now to get started, I'm actually just taking the territorial beige paint in a little bit of water, and what we're doing is we're creating a stain for our wooden boards. So you'll just mix that up and then just paint it right onto your boards. And don't worry if it comes out a little bit dark. When I was doing it at first, it came out a little dark, but all you want to do is just dip it into your water and then just brush it over once more until it lightens up. And then you'll start to see the wood grain again. And as you can see, I'm just completely covering that over, and if I feel like it's a little too dark, I just go over it with the water until I can see the wood grain that I'm looking for my design. And then you will want to do this to all 4 of your boards. And if you have a little bit too much, you can just take it from one board and then just transfer it onto another. And then you don't have to worry about dipping it in the paint over and over again. You're just taking from what you already have. And as you can see, I brought back the wood grain just by dipping it in just a little bit of water. And then you'll just do that to the very last board. And we are doing the same water and paint technique in order to stain our wood. And then once you have it to the right color, you'll just let this dry. So while my boards were drying, I went ahead and took my giant craft sticks I got from Walmart, and I just used some scissors and cut them up in order to make the word fall. And you're just going to want to take a little bit of hot glue and just start connecting all of your letters. And it is super simple to do, and then you're just going to give it a few seconds for each of the letters to dry. And once they have dried, they will be ready to paint. So I actually decided on using the antique white paint from Apple Barrel, and it has a slight yellow tint to the white color, and I thought it went a whole lot better with the fall and autumn decor. Now while my paint was drying on my letters, it was time to go ahead and start connecting my puzzle boards. So I'm just using the giant craft sticks and cutting them down to size, and using a generous amount of hot glue in order to connect them. And then you'll just flip it over carefully and press down firmly in order to make sure they are nice and secure. And then you'll just flip it over. If you see any excess hot glue, you can just peel that right off. And then you'll go ahead and connect your second and third board the exact same way. And just make sure they are aligned before you press anything down. And again, a generous amount of hot glue, and press and hold for just a few seconds to make sure it's nice and firm. And just to give it a little bit more stability, just in case you place it up against a wall or if you hang it up on a wall, we are going to add a crisscross popsicle stick, as you can see here, and of course a generous amount of glue and we will do that in all 3 sections where the boards meet in order to make sure it's nice and stable. And just make sure you press nice and firm, and it will give you that extra amount of stability to your boards. And then you'll just start adding and gluing your letters. So once I had glued all of my letters down, I decided to give it a little bit more detail. So I actually went through my crafts and found some nautical rope. And so I decided to use that as a border. So I'm just taking a little bit of hot glue and going all the way around my board in order to add a border. Super simple and easy to do and looks absolutely gorgeous. And last but not least, to finish off my fall sign, I just added 2 floral picks to the top and the bottom of my sign. I absolutely love how this turned out. Now for our next project, we are going to be using poster stickers from Dollar Tree, 8 of the giant popsicle sticks, the tumbling tower game, and craft sticks regular size from Dollar Tree, white paint from Apple Barrel, along with the golden sunset paint, and of course our territorial beige paint. And just a little bit of the orange burlap ribbon and the regular beige burlap ribbon. And of course, scissors. So the first thing we're going to do is use our golden sunset paint, and we are going to paint one side of our craft sticks. Now, I always recommend using a dry brush when doing this because this project you're going to be using both sides of your popsicle stick. So you kind of want to be a little bit careful while painting to make sure that it's not too messy, because you definitely don't want to paint on accident and stain both sides. So just be very careful and use a limited amount of paint while doing this. And then you're just going to want to let one side dry before you do the other. And I'm just taking a little bit of the territorial beige and painting the little small sticks because those are going to be our stems. Once everything had dried on one side, it was time to paint the other. And so I'm just taking my white apple barrel paint and doing the exact same thing to the opposite side. And I'm just using a dry brush sponge and going over each and every one very carefully, just so then I make sure that I don't actually, paint the other side and get any kind of stains. I want this craft to be reversible. And then you'll let this side dry also. So once both sides had dried, it was time to go ahead and cut them up into different sizes. And these are going to be the different sizes of my pumpkins. And you will just take your little stems of the little mini popsicle sticks and cut them in half and hot glue them to the top. And then once you are finished with that, I'm actually just adding a little bit of the orange burlap ribbon on 2 of my pumpkins to give it a little bit more character. And I'm going to do one side orange and the other side in the burlap beige color. So next I am just taking the tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree and I'm hot gluing them to the base in order to create a standing base on both sides of my pumpkins. And this is super simple and easy to do, and if you like, you can always paint them, but I really liked the natural wood look of it, and so I just left them the natural wood color without painting them. It's completely up to you, but I really liked it, and I thought it looked cute as a nice little stand. And once that's dry, you'll just flip it over and do it to the other side in order to make it nice and stable. And this way it will stand on its own if you want to put it on a table as decoration. And what I love about this craft is it is reversible. So if you love the farmhouse look, you can go ahead and do the neutral side. And if you love the orange pumpkins that is traditional, you can always flip it around and use the other side too. So next I am just taking my poster stickers and I am putting FALL for fall. Super simple and easy to do, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous both ways. And you'll flip that over and do the exact same thing to the other side. So next I decided to add some leaves from some extra flowers I had and cut them up and add them to the top. It was super simple and easy to do, and I did this on both sides. And once I was finished with that, I just added a couple twine bows in order to finish it off. And this is what it looks like when you are completely finished. I absolutely love how this turned out. I cannot wait to use it. And if you are a fan of fall farmhouse decor, you will absolutely love these neutral pumpkins. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I absolutely love how our new fall farmhouse decor signs turned out. Let me know down in the comments below which one is your absolute favorite. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, please be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you are notified every single time I upload. I'll see you next time.